into 11th grade, and one specific thing that we did in AP World History was KIF, which is called Keep It Fresh Friday, which we did a Socratic Circle, and we debated a topic based on a reading, and we could hear different points of views, and I really enjoyed that. And then
How did that make you, I mean, for you to have the most learning, like how did that lead to you to having the most learning?
So instead of just hearing the reading based off of what we thought about it, we were able to debate it from different views, and since it's history, you're supposed to be able to analyze different documents and readings from different views and understand different biases.
Hi, I'm Nick Burdick. I'm going into 10th grade. The most learning experience I've had in 9th grade would be in technology with Mr. Kleehammer. Me and my buddy, we were working on reverse engineering a product. I believe that helped us the most because it taught us to work together as a group or as a single unit, and I believe that it just helped us a lot, and it will help us for years to come.
What were some things in that project that you did that really made the learning come alive for you?
First, we each had to work together and take it apart, which was pretty easy. Then we had to send each part to each other so that we could put them together as one. Then we printed off our papers and we had turned them in.
My name's Delsina Cassidy. I'm going into 9th grade, and the thing I learned the most and took most from was our Great Depression project in social studies. I find that to be the most creative project because it allows you to use your creativity that you have in something other than chorus or art, and it allows you to problem solve and figure out how you can create something sad and a project that someone wants to read, and so it's appealing. And I find that to be good in classrooms because it just makes classrooms more enjoyable, and you get to talk with people and look up new things and have fun.
So when you were doing that project and working on it in class, what were some of the things that really sparked you, that really got you going, for your learning?
I'd have to say most likely is the different methods that he gave us. He was if you can't find this, he challenged us not to use Wikipedia because everyone's just resorting last to Wikipedia, and half the time that's not true. And it was just I sparked right when he was be creative and do something that someone else wouldn't do. You have to have something special in it to make it count, make the grade count. And that's what I find most in the project.
My name is Jordan Stevens. I'm going to be a senior next year, and I feel like my strongest learning experience this year was in the chemistry room, where we learned things while sitting on our desk, and I felt like I was having trouble with that, and I was able to apply it further when I went over to the lab table. It just made it a lot easier because, you figure out how it works.
So to talk a little bit more about that. So when you're in the lab, what are things that you're doing that helps you, learn that material better?
So say Ms. Mantel is showing us an equation that we need for the lab, and say I'm not understanding how to do it. I go over there and I sit around with my lab group, and we'll go through it, and we'll be okay, this needs to go here, and this needs to go here, and by everything's all said and done, I walk out of that room knowing exactly what I need to do. I had the most academic success this year when I was able to go to the teacher after class or whatever that I would need to do and talk to them about a specific topic, and we could sit there and we would work on it. It's easier to apply the information, and then I'm able to retain it better than I would be just sitting in a desk.
I have the most academic success when I'm working independently because it gives me a chance to go at my pace, and if I need help, I could just call a teacher over. The classes I'm most excited to go to normally are math, chorus, and social studies because those are the most involving classes, and they're the ones I excelled in the most this year, I feel. And math, whenever we do independent, we always get a chance to talk with people, and if we really need help, she'll help us, but she tries to challenge us and tell us to do it, think harder and push yourself, because you can get it easily if you just think about it. And chorus, I excelled in that quite a bit because involving musical and everything, and it gave me a lot of self-confidence with singing and being in front of people and being able to speak publicly without being awkward or something like that. And then social studies just enjoyable. I never used to like social studies, but Mr. Laytenberger changed it up. Instead of us reading out of a book, writing this down, he meant go on the computer and search things, do it yourself, you can figure it out, and it just made classes more enjoyable that way.
I have the most academic success, such as when I'm in Mrs. Bradley's collaborating with a group of people so that we can all make it our own, or we just work really well together. Also, it gives us time to think about who we work best with, such as friends or other people. I believe it also creates relationships that work best. Then another one would be such as when I'm in Miss Soto's working on labs. It helps me get a deeper thought of what I'm working on, or it kind of helps me make it my own, because sometimes I won't be working alone and it'll just be really easy.
So when you are, working and creating your own work in the classroom, talk us about what that experience is, or how that helps you learn.
Honestly, it helps me learn a lot more because I'm not just taking down notes or writing off a piece of paper that I will probably forget, or some people will. But it helps me just because it's hands-on, there's not a lot of papers to do. It helps me remember a lot harder, and it's a lot more fun, and I believe it helps a lot more people.
I have the most academic success in a classroom when I am able to do hands-on work and not necessarily just computer-based work. So I think if there was a balance between allowing students to choose hand-based or computer-based work, it would be more beneficial to some students. And I've heard of a class where all the work is submitted on the classroom, so it's all electronic, but the teacher gives them the option to hand write their notes and take a picture and upload it, or they can just submit it on a Google document.